In place of the finger-picked section, the last bridge starts with an eighth note rhythm. For all of the notes, the fifth string is played open. Start by adding the G on the fourth string, fifth fret. Strum this 5 times. Then drop down to F sharp on the fourth string, fourth fret. Strum 4 times. Then drop down to the fourth string, second fret, making an A5, and this is played 7 times. The sheet music separates the changes, but don't let that influence the rhythm, which is a steady eighth note rhythm counting 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There is another guitar that comes in at the end of this section holding an open G5. First, play the 6th string, 3rd fret G bass note, then strum the chord. Next is another G5 and a quick change to D5 with the open A bass note on the 5th string. Strum again, then a quick change to A5, strumming 3 times. There are a lot of short rock and blues guitar fills over the last bridge. Starting with phrase 12 on the 1st string, bend the 10th fret to 8, to 2nd string 10 with vibrato, down to 8 with a bend. Next is a classic blues riff, middle on the 3rd string 7 with a bend, to a finger bar on the 2nd string 5, then 1st string 5, back to the 2nd string, then up to the 2nd string 8 with a full bend and vibrato. Phrase 13 bends the 2nd string 13 and holds it with very long vibrato. After a pause, move up to 15 with a bend, release, 13, then 15 with a full bend, vibrato, 1st string 12, then 2nd string 13 with a quick bend and mute. A simple 2-note riff starts off phrase 14. Bend the 3rd string 12, hold the 2nd string 10 with vibrato, repeat, and mute. Come in with a 3rd string rake or a muted note to 2nd string 10, 13, 13 bend, 13 bend. In phrase 15, bar the 1st string 10 to 2nd string 10. Ring on the 1st string 13 with a bend. Next, we have a chromatic walk down on the 1st string 13, 12, 11, 10, back to 12, to 2nd string 13, 10, then switch between the 3rd string 12 and the 2nd string 10, 12, 10 again with vibrato. End on the 2nd string 13 with a bend. Phrase 16 has a quick change from the second string 13 to third string 14 with vibrato. Then bar the first and second string 13, give it a slight bend and a mute. Move the bar up to the 17th fret, play the first string, second string, first string 20 with a bend, 20 with vibrato, 17, then 19 half bend, release to 17. To wrap up the lead fills, phrase 17 starts on the first string 20, bend, 20 by itself to 17, second string 20 with a bend, hold, add vibrato, and slide down the neck, also allowing your index finger to graze the other strings as you slide.